I had to change something in my teaching. When I was teaching a constitutional law class that was supposed to have 120 students in it, and I walked in and there were about 40 who had turned up. And then 5 minutes late, when I'd already started the class, a young man walked in with a big can of Mother Bull or Red Speed or something and was sucking away at this can of accelerant to get him through my lecture. And I had that moment of realisation that something I was doing in the lecture required students to take artificial stimulants to actually get through this hour class. Those that attended, and of course a number weren't attending anymore. The lectures are available on recording, the PowerPoints are put up on the Moodle. So what value was I adding to the student experience in the actual lecture theatre? I started to think about how you could use some technology or some access to digital skills or some other instruments to help convey the information that we needed students to have, so that when they came into the classroom experience added a lot of value to their learning. The reading materials, the pre-class materials needed to be conveyed to the students in sufficient depth that they were ready to come into class and do activities, to workshop ideas, to have discussions. And increasingly we're finding that students are coming into class without having even opened their textbook or opened their readings, and they expect that we will somehow condense or reduce those readings for them into these kind of neat PowerPoint slides or neat quotes, and students are trying to take dictation of everything we're saying. So even when we're trying to have discussion with them or trying to get involved in activities, the students are expressing frustration that we're not giving them dictation. And as teachers in a tertiary institution, we don't think that our task is to be giving students dictation. We think that they can get that essential material from the pre-class materials, and we should be doing something of more value in the classroom. So for a couple of years I'd been talking with colleagues about trying to do something different, particularly in our large format classes or our large number classes. And I did some reading around the concept of blended learning or flipped classrooms and all these various names for the same kind of thing. But eventually I went to a seminar that a teacher, actually a high school teacher, gave, and when she went through a number of tools and apps or online technologies that she'd been using, she ended her seminar by saying, but in the end, just do it. Just get an iPad or a video camera and tape somebody for 4 minutes and see what it's like.